roast before and a lot of you said that I bought completely the wrong cut of meat despite Lidl saying that the cut was a pot roast. Today we are making a Mississippi pot roast because a lot of you said in the comments that we should try that one next. So here we are today doing it, but we're going to be doing it in the crock pot rather than in the Dutch oven and see how it goes. Hopefully it'll be ready by the time Mr. H comes home from work. Now I bought beef braising steak over here in the UK because it's like a flat steak that we would typically use for things like stews or something that we want slow cooked. It does say perfect for slow cooking. So I'm hoping that this translates into the equivalent of what you guys have as a chuck roast over there. So for this recipe, you need 3 to 4 pounds of chuck roast. I'm reducing the quantity slightly because I think that'd be too much for us to eat, and it probably won't fit in my crock pot. So we're just gonna go with these quantities, but I will link the recipe I'm following today down in the description and in the comments. So if you wanna follow it or have any comments to make on the recipe that we're following, you can check it out there. I still think this is going to be too much for us to eat, but we can like a bit of leftovers anyway. So the original recipe like serves 8, so I'm never going to make that much. I've got to say, I successfully, not sure if I'm going to pronounce this right, brought home the pepperoncini peppers. I haven't seen these over here, but then I don't look out for many peppers when I'm shopping, so I made sure I bought these when we were in America and we brought them home. Customs did have a bit of a field day with our suitcase because it was full of spices and mustards and chilies and God knows what. But you know, they checked it all out and all was fine. I also bought, that didn't quite make it, McCormick do a Mississippi pot roast packet mix. So you can just throw this in, but I was looking online and a few people said this is not a very good mix or they've done something with it. So for purpose of trying this out for the first time, I've decided not to use this, even though I bought it back from the US specifically, but stick to the original, which is the ranch seasoning, which luckily I had in the cupboard from a previous trip to the US, and some au jus gravy mix. So we've got that already. We're gonna use that, we're not gonna use this, and we're gonna see what this one's like. Now this is the chuck roast that I've bought. I'm hoping it's correct. It looks more like a piece of like good steak really, but I know it's one of those low and slow cooking things. So we're gonna pop that into the crock pot. Man, I wish I had a bigger crock pot. I've already opened both of these now, so they're all gonna have to go in and we're just gonna have to hope for the best. So in here I've got half a packet of the ranch seasoning. I've got the au jus gravy mix, so half a packet of that as well. And I have butter. Now the full recipe is 1/4 cup, so I can't remember what it is in grams, but I've got 1/4 cup of butter here. Oh, it smells quite fragrant already. And then I have to go in with the peppers. Now what I am gonna do, I'm gonna hope for the best. Oh, should I? I might overcrowd the pot. I'll tell you what we'll do. I was gonna do this in the slow cooker, but I'll chuck this in the cast iron skillet and I'll use the McCormick mix and we'll just do a comparison. Shall we do that? Let's do that instead. Okay, so let me go in with the rest of this. Oh, but then I won't have enough meat. This might be too heavily seasoned. No, because I've only got in with half. It'll be okay. Okay, now in with the pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. How do you pronounce it? Let me know if I'm pronouncing it wrong like I do so many words, but we're gonna go in with, it said 3 of these. No, actually it said 2 of these for this quantity, but I'm gonna go in with 3 or 4 because I wanna feel it. Just one more. Could always take them out, can't we? Now, it's as simple as that. Apparently, I just put the lid on and I turn this thing on. I don't even have to add any more liquids because it says it produces enough liquids itself. I'm a little bit skeptical because it doesn't seem like this quantity of food is going to produce that much juice, but I'm going to follow this recipe. It's been tried and tested by numerous people. In the comments on the recipe, they said they absolutely loved it. It's got, I think it was 5 stars, over like 2,000 odd reviews. So I'm going to go for it and just hope for the best. So let's pop that one on and then let's swap over and season this one with the McCormick seasoning and get it on in the Dutch oven. The recipe said that this one's going to take about 8 hours to cook in the slow cooker, but because we've got a reduced amount of ingredients in there because we're making a smaller portion, it might not take as long. So we'll keep checking in on it in a few hours time and just see how it goes. I know I've got to make it so that meat is tender, and you all told me it needs to pull apart. And then we've also got to fix a few things to go with this. So I might do some mashed potato or just some normal potatoes with some carrots, and we'll see how that goes. Apparently in the last hour or two you can just chuck it all in here. But again, if there's not much juice, I can't imagine that cooking. So we'll have to see. We'll play around with it. So join me back in a minute when I'm gonna throw this one in the Dutch oven, use the McCormick mixes, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I've got my trusty Lodge Dutch oven here. I'm gonna go in with the, hopefully, chuck roast. Seems a bit of a big dish to be using just for this little piece of meat, but we're gonna put it to the test. We need to go in with this. Now I'm adjusting the quantities slightly so that obviously it's not too seasoned, this piece of meat. So I've got the McCormick Mississippi roast. In with the butter. In with the peppers. And then that's it. I'm gonna pop it on the hob and I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna keep checking on this one because obviously it's not in the slow cooker, so it might burn a little bit, especially because there is no juice in it. I'm not sure whether I need to add any or not, but I think I'll just see how it goes to start with, and then if I need to, I might add a little bit of water because we are adapting this now and cooking it in the Dutch oven over the hob, especially because there is no juice in it. I'm not sure whether I need to add any or not.
Do it now!
Confession time, I forgot I had to add some water, so I've just done that as well. Food's ready, so the all-important taste testers are here to have a look at this Mississippi pot roast. So, first impressions, what does it smell like?
It smells very nice. It does smell very good. I'm not quite sure what to expect. I've literally not long finished work and had a shower, so I've been chucked into the fray. So what have we got?
So we've got 2 Mississippi pot roasts, just because I was doing 2 different kind of recipes. So we're going to try both today and see which one we prefer. But let's have a look at this one. So
smells good. That smells really good, actually.
It does smell good, doesn't it?
Has that been seared?
No, it hasn't. It's just literally threw it in, did nothing to it. Not even seared it. So that's what's been done in the crock pot. Now I've got to say, so when I did the original pot roast, I bought that big bit of meat from Lidl that said it was perfect for pot roast, which was the completely wrong piece of meat.
Okay.
So I think I've got the right piece of meat, which we call braised steak over here, and you guys I think call it chuck roast. And a lot of you think that over in the UK we have pot roast. We don't. We do cook things sometimes like this in a crock pot or on the stove top. But what we call a roast is traditionally done in the oven, so it's roasted meats, and the kind of beef that we have is from the round of the cow or the sirloin, rather than the chuck as you guys would have. So it is slightly different, and yeah, it's a new experience for us. So let's get tasting this.
Let's do it.
Moment of truth. Oh, yes, this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna like this. Look, I can just literally just push it with my fork and it falls apart. I don't know whether most people shred this and then serve it, or serve the actual pieces of like meat on the plate as like a whole piece of meat. Let us know in the comments what you would traditionally do, but oh my gosh, this is gonna be nice. And do you know what? I didn't add any stock or broth or anything to this.
Oh, wow.
Right, let's get this plated up with a bit of mashed potato and some carrots and do the all-important taste test. This one's the McCormick one. And this one's the ranch seasoning and au jus gravy. Alana has been patiently waiting for hers, so we said she could get stuck in. So Alana's got the McCormick version.
You can try some of the meat.
Try some beef. This one.
It's too much.
Oh, okay.
Too much, yeah?
Maybe use your fork. Oh, that's a good idea. do you
How's
think?
that? 2. 2.
Should have guessed. Is it nice?
Is it yummy?
Yeah.
After you, love.
So this is the seasoning, the McCormick seasoning that's already pre-packaged. You just sprinkle that in on its own with a couple of bits of broth, bits of water and stuff. So let's try this. It's not got as much of the gravy juice as I would like, but that is my fault because I probably should have cooked it a bit better. Ooh. Okay, I like that. I was going to go in for seconds. You try that. It's giving me French dip vibes.
Oh, is it?
It is. A little bit spicier though.
Can't go wrong with that then. That's good.
It is good. I'm just going to try a bit of the meat because we've got loads on its own.
Yeah, that's good. I like that, and there's a little spice to it as well, which is excellent.
I wonder if that's the peppers. Try this on its own. Got a really nice flavour, hasn't it? Now the thing is the reason we did 2 is because
We're greedy.
we were looking for the ingredients in America and I couldn't find it, but then I stumbled upon this McCormick spice and I thought, well, that'll do. And then after reading some reviews, some people said it's not very good. Now that's good to me.
That's really nice.
So I'm expecting this to be better.
Go on.
No, you go first.
No, you go first. You made it.
Okay.
I'll have a bit more of this.
Oh, I see.
I like the spice on this.
This doesn't smell as heavily spiced. Oh, okay.
I'm big, Daddy. I think it.
I like that as well.
Oh,
It does taste different.
Does
You've
it?
eaten it. It does taste different.
a good different? Or?
A good different, yeah. I like both. That one, the different flavours and the spices kind of build after a while. Whereas I think that one, you get some of the pepper cutting through quite quickly.
I think this one's slightly more tastier
Probably because it's got more sauce.
and kind of like a comfort food, isn't it?
Definitely. I've really enjoyed trying pot roasts. I do like pot roasts. I think they're a good little thing. I wasn't brave enough to chuck the potatoes and the carrots in with the pot roast because I don't think I had enough like of the gravy or the juices in there. But what do you think? So we've got these mixed up now. So this is the ranch one.
That's the one we just had. There's not a lot in it. Slightly more, literally by half a point.
Half a point.
If that, even like a quarter of a point.
Okay.
The ranch.
So do you give them higher than a 2?
They're definitely 9 and 9.5.
I think they're good solid meals. I could see these on a Cracker Barrel menu, even though I'm not sure if they do that because it's a Mississippi pot roast. But they're very, very tasty. I'd give them a good 9. 9 out of 10, I think. I really do like these. I'm ready to get stuck in.
Meat is really nice and tender. It's quite a hot day today, isn't it?
It is.
But I'm really enjoying it. It's not like, oh, it's too hot.
Well, that's why I think it being in a slow cooker is really good, but then I decided to get the Dutch oven out as well. So it has been hot in the H kitchen today. Okay, before Mr. H devours all of that, if you liked content as much as he liked that Mississippi pot roast, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel because it really, really helps us out and it costs you absolutely nothing.
And all that leaves this little British family to say is,
Take care
God bless.
and see you in the next video.